Good afternoon, dear student friends. Welcome to online class again. Yesterday we already discussed about the allelic gene interaction. In that, another example, that is a codominance. The best example for the codominance is human blood group. In that, the blood group representing genes which are carries a different alleles like A, B, sometimes AB, and if in case it consists of the A as allele and the gene I, then it is said to be A blood group. If it is a B, then it is called as a B blood group. Sometimes two alleles are there is a two genes which are carrying the different alleles which are expressed equally. Once they are expressed means they are having the dominant characters, hence both of them are equally expressing means it is said to be what? That is a codominance. The AB blood group is the best example for the codominance allelic gene interaction it is. And in non-allelic gene interaction, we are already studied about the non-allelic gene interaction is refers to the independent genes located on the same or on different chromosomes interact with one another for the expression of a single phenotypic trait of an organism. They are present in single, either it is the same chromosomes or either it may be different chromosomes in a different loci with one another for a expression of a single phenotypic trait of an organism is called as a allelic gene interaction. There are mainly four types of non-allelic gene interactions. One is complementary gene interaction, supplementary gene interaction, and another one is the epistasis. Duplicating factor is another type, but it is not mentioned in your syllabus. Only these three are you are supposed to study in your class. And in the complementary gene interaction, yesterday only we have discussed about this complementary gene interaction. It is refers to, it may be defined as a two or more dominant genes present on separate genes. I am telling here they are present in on separate genes on separate loci which interact to produce a particular phenotypic trait. Once they are interact, they produces particular character here, right? Particular character, but neither of them, if in case they are not interact, means they produce particular trait in the absence of other, right? The complementary genes were the first studied by a person called as Bateson and also the Punnett, and it is the following crossing between two parents which are having both of them are white color flowered, but they are having the different genotypes like a capital CC and small pp, and another white flowering plant which bears their genotypes is small cc and capital pp. Once they are brought together in a hybrid, they yield one F1 generation. That F1 generation which carries the genotypes like capital C, small c, capital P and small p. Remember, capital C, small c, capital P, small p. This is what the F1 generation. The F1 generation again undergo to self cross which yield F2 generation. Concentrate the words F1 is crossed with the again F1 means capital C, capital P, small p is crossed with again same capital C, capital P, small p, which yields there are the 16 offsprings or 16 zygotes. So those zygotes are those offsprings. In out of these 16 offsprings, 9 of them are purple and remaining 7 of them are white. See, the purple color which is occurred due to because of the two white colored plant which are crossing with each other, they gives the heterogeneous or that is a heterogeneous genotypes like a capital C, capital P, small p, wherever capital C and capital P are interact to each other. These two genes are interact, the capital C is complementary to capital P, either capital P is complementary to capital C. Hence these two are complementary, they are synthesized the substance in the form of anthocyanin pigment. That anthocyanin pigment is causing for the bearing purple color flower. Is it clear? In case capital C, capital P are not present in that, only capital C is present or only capital P is present in the form of homozygous or heterozygous condition of capital C or capital P, in absence of one of the dominant character in these, they shows the trait like white colored flower. Apart from these, 16 number of zygotes or zygotic offsprings which bears, 9 of them are purple colored flowers and 7 of them are white colored flowers. Hence the ratio is 9:7. Remember, this is what complementary gene interaction. Then we are going to another example for the non-allelic gene interaction, that is supplementary gene interaction. Now we are going to study about the supplementary gene interaction here. See, the non-allelic gene interaction, in that there are the 3 examples for your syllabus. One is complementary gene interaction, supplementary gene interaction, and one more is the epistasis. In that there are the 2 types, again dominant and recessive epistasis are there. Let us study the second one, is supplementary gene interaction. See, the supplementary genes are 2 independent genes. I am telling here again, these 2 are independent genes present on different chromosomes on a different gene loci. They are present in a different loci, each producing its own trait, each producing their own traits. These genes interact when present in a dominant state to produce a new trait. Once they are in the dominant state, they are produces the new trait. I am telling here, these genes are interact when present in a dominant state. When these 2 genes are interact, during that time, if in case they are in a dominant state, they produces a new trait. In supplementary gene interaction, the dominant allele of one gene, I am telling here, the dominant allele of one gene is essential for the development of concerned phenotype, while the other gene modifies the expression of the first gene, and another gene which modifies the expression of another gene. How it is expression of this first gene? By means of another gene, by means of modification of this phenotype. Let us study. For example, the development of grain color in maize. I think you know the maize, Jia maize, ಗೋವಿನ ಜೋಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. It is the best example for the supplementary gene interaction. The grain color of these maize is governed by 2 dominant genes. One is capital R and another one is the capital P. Capital R and capital P, which governs the dominant character, right? The dominant allele capital R is essential for a red color producing homozygous state of the recessive allele R. I am telling here, if in case it is a capital R is present, it is essential for red color production. The homozygous state of the recessive allele small r, it is a small rr, it prevents the production of a red color. In case it is a red color, capital R is present, that is prevents by means of presence of a small r. However, the dominant allele of the other gene does not produce a phenotypic effect on its own. What is their own characteristics of this R, capital R? It cannot be produced due to, because it does not produce a phenotypic effect on its own. But when it is present with the dominant allele of the first gene, it modifies the phenotypic produced by that gene. If in case it is present with the dominant allele of the first gene, which is the first gene, that is the capital R is present, along with that the dominant allele of the first gene, it modifies the phenotypic produced by that gene. Therefore, gene P is unable to produce any color on its own, but it modifies the color produced by the gene capital R from red to purple color. That is what. Therefore, the gene P is nothing but it is a capital P is unable to produce any color on its own. If a capital P is present, is nothing but it not shows any color, produce any color on its own, but it modifies the color produced by the gene capital R from the red to purple. The recessive allele small p has no effect on grain color. When a maize inbreed purple grains, that is a capital R, capital P, is crossed with an inbreed white grains, small r, small p. The F1 plants produce purple grains. The F1 plants which are produces the purple grains, that is capital R, capital P, small p. In F2 generation, 9 zygotic combinations will have both the dominant alleles, that is capital R and capital P. I will show in the next slide. In the F2 generation, 9 zygotic combinations will have both the dominant alleles, capital R and capital P. Therefore, they will develop into purple grains. Then 3 zygotes will have capital R but will be the homozygous for small p. Those grains will develop into a red color. Only capital R is present, there is no capital P. In that only the small p is present, hence the capital R is expressive in nature here. So which shows the color of the grain is red. Then 3 other zygote will be homozygous small rr but will have the dominant allele of capital P. In case only the capital P is present, along with that there are the small rr. It refers to the recessive genes of small rr present, then it shows the white color as such. And another one is the remaining 1 zygotes will be homozygous recessive for both the genes, and these seeds will be white, produce white grain. They produces the white grains as such. See, it is the what is called as the here the inbreed one, that is a purple color grain. See the slide carefully. The inbreed, the parental character, these are inbreed 1 and inbreed 2 crossing with each other. They are having the color, grain color is, one is purple grain color and another one is the white grain color. See the purple grain color, the homozygous capital RR, capital PP, and here the white grain color is a small rr, small pp. Of course, there are the gametes in the form of capital R, capital P, and another one the small r, small p. When they are brought together in a hybrid, they shows the same color, that is a purple grain color. Why it is a purple grain color? Because of presence of a capital R and capital P here. So these F1 generation which bears the purple grain color, undergo to self crossing. That is F1 is crossed with the F1. See here the F1 is crossed with the F1, which shows the F2 generation here. So in this F2 generation, see the purple shade, all the zygotic combinations which are present in this checkerboard, all the purple color showed, which are having one capital R and one capital P is common for all the purple colored zygotic combinations. So these are 9 here. These are 9 the purple colored zygotic combinations, and the red color zygotic combinations. See, very important thing is here, the capital R is common. Either it may be homozygous or heterozygous. Homozygous, it refers to what? Capital R, capital R. And heterozygous, it refers to capital R, small r. And another one is capital R, small r. See the red color combinations carefully. Capital R with the small p, and another one is capital R, small p, and another one is capital R, small p. Here the common thing is capital R only. If in this capital R, along with it is present along with the capital P, means it is again purple color. But there is no capital P here. the capital P is a dominant character which is not present here. Then there is no supplement here. So far, it shows another phenotype here. That is, the three combinations are, zygotic combinations are red color. What about the white color? Why these four are white? Due to because of there is a capital P is present or small p is present. There is no problem. But only thing is a small r is present, which shows small r I am telling here. Small r which shows the white color, white colored grains of the maize. So all of them are small r itself here. So hence the combination in the F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio which shows the 9 purple and 3 of them are red and 4 of them are white. In the F2 generation, in the phenotypic ratio, 9 of them are purple colored and 3 of them are red color and 4 of them are white color. This is what the phenotypic ratio of what supplementary gene interaction. See here the genotypes. They are mentioned very clearly. See here 9 capital R capital P, that shows the purple color. Their explanation here, dominant R produces a red color, P modifies its purple. The capital R, of course, it produces the red color, but whenever the P is present as a supplement, it modifies its color to purple. Then 3 of them are, capital R is a common, but small p is present. The red, which shows the red color, dominant R, it produces the red, small p cannot modify, hence the color is red here. Is it clear? Then 3 of them are small r capital P. See, small r cannot convert white to red, hence P cannot act here. P cannot act here, hence the color is white. And one more is there, that the small r, small p. Of course, it is always it is white due to because of it is a original combination, the parental character it is. R cannot convert white to red. These are the combination, that is a 9:3:4 are the combination of the phenotypic ratio of what? The supplementary gene interaction. Then coming to next one is third example for the non-allelic gene interaction, that is epistasis. Epistasis gene interaction. In this, see here, epistasis is a Greek word that means standing over, to suppress one and standing over that suppressed on the suppressed gene. Bateson used the term epistasis to describe the masking effect. I am telling here masking effect in 1909. The term epistasis describe a certain relationship between the genes where an allele of one gene hides, or masks the visible output or phenotype of another gene. One gene hide or mask their expression of the another gene. This refers to the expression of another gene is suppressed by one gene. When two different genes which are not alleles both affect the same character in such a way that the expression of one masks the expression of the other gene, the phenomena is said to be epistasis. Means one express and which is suppress the another gene, or which is masks the, or which is inhibits, or which is in suppressing of another gene by expression of one gene. What is that phenomena is called as a epistasis. The gene that suppress the other gene expression, which is called as a epistatic gene. The expressive gene which is suppressed by one gene, the expressed gene is there, that is called as a epistatic gene. The suppressed gene is called as a hypostatic gene. What is epistatic gene and what is hypostatic gene? Hypostatic gene is nothing but the gene which is suppressed by the expressive genes, or the gene which is suppressed by epistatic gene, which is called as a hypostatic gene. The hypostatic gene is one gene which is suppressed by epistatic gene. The epistatic gene is nothing but a suppress other gene by other gene expression, what is called as a epistatic gene. The classical phenotype ratio, that is a 9:3:3:1 of F2 generation, becomes modified by epistasis. Epistasis ಕೂಡ ಎಂತಂದ್ರೆ modification ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That is a common thing in dihybrid cross is a 9:3:3:1 is the common phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross, which undergo to modifies in complementary gene interaction, in supplementary gene interaction, even though in the epistasis. Of course, the complementary gene interaction, in that the 9:3:3:1 is modified into 9:7. In the supplementary gene interaction, which is a 9:3:3:1 is modified into 9:3:4. Like here, epistasis also it undergo to modification of this original phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross, that is the 9:3:3:1 to modified. So which is by epistasis. This epistasis is mainly two types. One is a dominant epistasis and another one is the recessive epistasis. So tomorrow we will take the on epistasis, the types of epistasis, that is a dominant and also recessive epistasis. Thank you.